Hello, I'm Liz Niss, Palo Alto Mayor and former Santa Clara County Supervisor. While there are many important issues on the ballot in November, I'd like to urge those watching this to vote yes on Measure A, which was placed on the ballot by the Santa Clara County Board of Supervisors. Measure A will ensure that critical county services continue without raising taxes. That's right, without raising taxes. Measure A funds go to some of the most important services provided in our county. Those include affordable health insurance for kids so that every single child is able to see a doctor or health professional for necessary health care. Critical services at Valley Medical Center, which is our county hospital. Nearly 1 in 4 county residents need services at Valley Medical Center from time to time. VMC is where trauma victims are taken. People severely burned go to the VMC burn unit. Emergency room needs, cancer treatment, and neonatal intensive care for children, just to name a few. Mental health services for both children and adults, as well as transit programs that service our elderly and disabled populations. Homeless services, housing programs, so we can help these folks get off the streets and into services or affordable housing. Law enforcement programs for the Sheriff's Department to target violent gangs, domestic violence, and illegal drug operations. Affordable health care and preschool also included. A yes vote on Measure A continues a 1/8 sales tax that generates $50 million annually for these many important services. And with the uncertainty of federal funds for anything in California, given the situation in Washington, D.C., it's so important that we continue this important funding source for so many critical county services. Many in the county agree. That's why so many individuals and organizations from Palo Alto to Gilroy and Milpitas to Cupertino all support a yes vote on Measure A. Finally, annual audits and public reports are mandated each year to ensure transparency and accountability. I've seen these audits, and they're extremely detailed and comprehensive. You can be sure that your tax dollars are at work for critical services for many in our county. If you'd like to learn more about the benefits of Measure A, please visit the website at www.yes-measurea.com. Thank you for voting in this important election in November, and thank you for considering a yes vote on Measure A.
Hello, my name is Mark Hinkle, and I'm president of the Silicon Valley Taxpayers Association. The county of Santa Clara seems to have a tax measure on the ballot every election, sometimes 2 or more in the same year. 2018 is no different. In addition to this regressive sales tax, there is an additional $3,972,500,000 in proposed bonds, plus a host of other tax increases. That's almost $4 billion in tax increases, and once you add in principal and interest payments, that could double the cost to you to nearly $8 billion. The county will tell you that this tax measure will be spent on basic services. However, the reality is the money will likely go towards paying for 6-figure pensions, including pensions that exceed the IRS limit of $235,000 per year. Pension costs in the county will double in the next 6 years, according to CalPERS. This translates into less money for severe mentally ill, fixing our roads, and higher taxes. The Mercury News and NBC reported extensively about irresponsible county spending, such as $180 million overspent on one new building and approximately 100% over budget. Creating a budget bureaucracy by adding more management positions in the top managing, bringing in over $500,000 a year in total compensation. $11 million in hospital equipment that went missing. They paid $1.4 million to settle a wrongful termination lawsuit. County badges were made with gold and sterling silver. considered a $1.15 million contract to hire a New York PR firm until multiple news articles called out the contract as throwing away money. And last but not least, $5 million in new statues. Vote for fiscal accountability. Vote no on Measure A. The county of Santa Clara County should stop raising taxes again and again until they get their priorities straight and are held accountable. Vote no on Measure A. We need voters to keep the county's wasteful spending in check, since they apparently will not or cannot do it themselves. For Palo Alto taxpayers, there are 3 separate tax measures on the ballot in November. Measure A, a sales tax increase, Measure E, a transit occupancy tax increase, and Measure Z, a Palo Alto Unified School District $460 million bond. Countywide, there are 24 tax increases on the November ballot. Santa Clara County has a severe housing shortage, and these tax increases will only make the crisis worse. Santa Clara County has a severe housing affordability crisis, and these 24 tax increases will only make the crisis worse. Sales taxes like Measure A are regressive taxes. That means that those under the federal income tax bracket, the poverty level, are hit the hardest. California has more people under the minimum poverty level than any other state in the nation. Sales taxes like Measure A only increase poverty. Most folks fall into 3 categories. 1, I pay too much in any taxes. I pay about the right amount of taxes. I don't pay enough in taxes. If you're in Group 1 or 2, you should vote no on Measure A. And if you're in Group 3, remember you can always volunteer to pay more without forcing your friends and family to do so. It's perfectly moral to reach into your pocket and pay for more government services, but quite another to reach in somebody else's pocket and force them to pay for what you want. That is immoral. 2 former San Jose City Council members, Pete Constant and Perry Luigi Oliverio, have endorsed a no vote on Measure A. And in addition to the Silicon Valley Taxpayers Association, the Libertarian Party of Santa Clara County has also endorsed a no vote on Measure A. For more information, please visit our website at svtaxpayers.org. Thank you very much for your time.